Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Stihl GTA 26 Garden Pruner. Now I've got 3 other videos out. One was unboxing, 2 were actually using this little pruner to do some carving with. Those videos will be at the end of this one if you guys want to check them out. Today though, I actually want to use it kind of like what it's meant for. We're going to cut a few branches off this box elder tree here behind me, and we'll just see how it does. You know, some one-handed use and some general stuff that, you know, most of the homeowners will probably use this thing for. So if you're interested in that, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and stick around. We've got this bar shield or scabbard on here, and we're not going to need that. We've got this little protector here as well. Help your hand. You're supposed to use it like this. Now, I like to think I got a pretty decent grip on this thing, so I'll probably be using it one-handed. My plan is to go up the ladder here and trim off these little pieces. I feel like this is kind of what the homeowner would be using this for. You know, you just want to trim up stuff, but you don't want a full-size chainsaw. The nice thing is this is battery powered, so there's no gas. You don't even have to put oil in this unit. When you buy it, it comes with a small bottle of oil. You just oil the chain as you go. Now I've already got my oil on there, so I'm not going to go through all that, but you get a little dropper kind of bottle, put a few drops on, make some cuts. If it looks dried out, you put a few more drops on, make a few more cuts. So that's kind of the way it works. Where a normal chainsaw, you got a reservoir you fill up and it'll automatic oil as you use it. We don't have that option on this little saw. This is the little battery we get. This is the Stihl A52. Now, this is not a big battery. It is lithium ion, which is kind of nice. I've used this saw a bunch of different times now on carvings, a couple carvings start to finish. If you guys want to see those videos, they'll be at the end. And it's nice. It's fun. It's kind of a novelty thing for that, I think. But it's mostly meant for trimming up stuff like we're going to do here. So I'm going to bring you guys along. We're going to go right up this ladder, and we're just going to trim some of these limbs off that need to come down. And then, I don't know, if we can find something else in the yard, we'll cut that up too and just kind of see how it performs. So, yeah, I'll be using this one-handed on the ladder. I'm not going to be using it two-handed. If you have to do cutting on a ladder or anything like that, you should have somebody holding it. You should also make sure the ladder is in a sturdy place if you've got to do any trimming like this. It usually makes for a really bad video when the ladder falls and people get hurt with their chainsaw. So I'm sure you've seen those videos. I'm really going to try not to do that today. Definitely not going to do that today. But yeah, let's grab the camera, let's get a little closer and cut some limbs. All right, guys, you can see we got the limbs up here. And honestly, we're just going to use the GTA with one hand and just start trimming them down. Got this little safety lever you got to push down. One-handed action. Alright, those are coming along pretty good. Now, I run chainsaws all the time for carving, and so holding this one-handed seems to be pretty easy. You know, I'm doing this with ease. It's not very difficult. You know, if you don't have a really strong grip, you might want to have yourself in the situation where you can use 2 hands like you're actually supposed to, one on top and one on the handle. But that will be all up to you and your preference. I made pretty quick work of this little spot right here. Not too bad. There's a good size one right there. It's just dead. We are going to switch hands, get a little bit closer here, see how we do. Not bad at all. That one was probably about 1.5 inches, that limb there. Let's see, what else can we do here? I don't think you're going to be topping any trees with this little saw, but I mean, if you got to do some limbing, this really isn't a bad product. I was really extending myself for that last cut there, reaching over the ladder. Had to reach out pretty far, so that means I didn't have as much of a grip on the saw as I would have liked to. But I mean, you guys can see, I'm still able to do it. There's enough weight here pulling down to get the cuts through. I mean, yeah, we got a little mess down here. Not bad at all, really. This did pretty quick work. I mean, that was real time. I think we got one more here. A couple little ones. Done. I think that's gonna be it. Look at that, cleaned it right back up. Not too bad. Get the branches out of the way of the dog run there. Looks good. I'm happy with it. I decided to walk out back. This silver maple tree tends to sprout out a bunch of little sprouts. I just want to let you know this is the same battery. I should have showed you it was fully charged in the beginning, which it still is. You'll have to take my word for it. We're just going to clean up these little suckers sticking off here, which should be pretty quick. Oh, you know what just happened? I'm sitting here trying to figure out why this won't run. Look at that chain. Popped right off the bar there a little bit. Let's see. Oh, and we're back on. Cool. Those trimmed up. Let's walk around here to the other side. Boom. Easy. Done. Not too bad. Nice and cleaned up again. Cool. Check it out. I was walking back to the front of the house and we got a baby robin sitting in the tree there. He's kind of tough to see, but I think you guys can see him. We made all our cuts out back. I piled all the brush and the limbs here from out back and up here at this bigger tree, this box elder. Now, maybe you want smaller pieces to fit in the back of your car or to wheelbarrow away, and you don't want to drag this pile. Let's go through and cut them all up smaller, continuing to use the same charge, and just see if we can hack them up and see if we can get this thing down, get its battery life down. This one's close to 1.5 inches, 2 inches maybe.
A lot of these are pretty small. About the size of your thumb.
Now this process might seem ridiculous to some, but some people like to trim all that stuff up nice and short and small. Personally, I throw it in the truck and just take it over to the drop-off, but for the sake of the video, we'll keep going. We are down one bar down. I'm not counting the cuts, so if you guys want to know, you'll have to go back and look. Just a reminder, if you choose to do any of this, you do so at your own risk. Just like me making this video. If I decide to slip and cut my finger off, that's my problem, not yours. So if you decide to fall off that ladder or cut your own finger off, that's on you. Make sure not to put yourself in any situations that could be dangerous. Use your head. Think about it. Something else to keep in mind is while I'm here cutting these, it might seem dangerous to some. It doesn't feel dangerous to me. So if this seems dangerous to you, the way I'm cutting and handling this brush, these pieces, this little saw, then don't do it that way. Do it in a manner in which makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel safe. Because that's what counts, being safe.
Another good size one. So about an inch and a quarter or so. Nice, got a stick in there. Right up.
We're down to 2 bars. Guys, 2 bars. If you were to keep oiling this and you got a lot of cuts, it'd probably be good to put some oil on every few cuts or maybe every time you lose a bar in battery life. You know, it'll help keep that chain and that bar a little bit longer. It won't be burning it up as quick. Now, the other reason I'm making 800 little cuts here is because if you got a ton of branches to trim, this would be the same equivalent. I just don't have a ton of branches I need to trim. Also, if you guys didn't know, box elder is a softwood, so this is not a hardwood we're cutting. It's pretty soft. It's really soft, actually. Still on 2 bars. I know a bunch of you are probably really hoping I cut my hand off, but it's not in the cards today. Maybe next time.
Still got 2 bars. 2 bars.
You gotta be careful holding that like I just did. It's kind of close cutting because this could walk over and catch me in the hand. So might not have been the safest thing. You know the old saying, do what I say, don't do as I do. Yeah, don't do that. All right, let's see. We still got 2 bars. 2 bars. I'm gonna go grab some of the wood I usually keep for furniture, bigger pieces, and we're gonna cut some of that up and just see if we can just kill this battery. Give me 1 second, go to a commercial, I'll be right back. And we're back. Well, I went over and grabbed a little bit of oil. This is the oil that comes with the saw. Figured I should probably throw some of that on the bar and chain. I also grabbed us a piece of maple. This one's been down for a little while. It's probably about 2.5 inch girth there on the end. Got a good few feet here. We're gonna make a bunch of thin cuts and see if we can wear this battery out. I just put way too much oil on this bar. Oh well, what are you gonna do? A couple drops is honestly all you need. Keep your hand off that trigger. Probably a good idea to just take the battery out when you do that. You don't want to slip, right? Lose a finger. You only got 10. They don't grow back. So here we go. We got this. Let's make some cuts. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of people. We didn't see the battery life. Well, I haven't charged it. We're still on 2 bars. Piece of maple's been down for about 2 years. Just so you guys know, it's not like all rotten in there. It's still pretty solid piece. Oop, that's our first time it cut out. We're down to 1 bar. 1 bar, we're really working it now. What our cuts are looking like. Not too bad. I mean, we really trimmed this piece down. Still on 1 bar, nothing's flashing. It is getting warm, I can feel it though. Let it cool down for a second. This is normally how you should be cutting though. Your hand should be on top and you should be making cuts. Alright, that's the safest way. It's also really safe to keep this guard on. Last thing you want to do is slide out and this thing will tear your hand right off. I mean, it sounds like a toy, but it's really not a toy. So, yeah, let's keep going. I think we're done, guys. Oh yeah, we got a red light. It's got to be dead or overheated because we've just been cutting away. I would assume the battery's probably dead. So, you know, there it is. The Stihl GTA 26. Basically using it for what it's meant for once, right? We just cut a whole mess of pieces. Probably 2.5 inches right down to at least 2 1/4. On top of all that other little brush, all those other cuts early on, cutting down pieces off this box elder. I mean, its performance is really good considering what it's meant for, and that's just trimming branches, right? So would I recommend this to the homeowner? Yeah, I think this is a great little saw for the homeowner. Keep in mind the way you're supposed to use it though. You know, super basic, low maintenance, right? That's the best part. Low maintenance. You don't even have to fill the bar reservoir full of oil because there isn't one. Get this little bottle that should last forever. I mean, you see that? All it takes is a couple drops on the chain, give it a couple spins, works its way around, you're good to go. I mean, I really do. 150 bucks makes your yard work a whole lot easier. You're trimming a whole lot easier in my opinion. I think it's worth it. So, recommendation, my review, I think it's a great little tool to have. Like I said, for the homeowner. The guy that's doing trees for a living, probably not, you know, but the occasional gotta go clean up a limb in the yard and stuff like that, absolutely, definitely worth the money, definitely worth it. So that's my take on the Stihl GTA 26. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, check out some of these other videos popping up. Really appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, if you're still there, I know I just closed it out, thank you and all that, but really quick, I put the saw down, closed out the video, right? I picked it up, the light's back to green. So we didn't kill the battery, we just overheated it because up here, there's quite a bit of heat. So keep that in mind. If you're making a lot of cuts, it will overheat and shut down, which is actually a good feature. So just wanted to add that real quick. Thanks for watching, see you next time.